So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really happy to have you guys here today. I am. I'm really, really happy to have you guys here. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give us, be kind and give us a thumbs up. We do this for free. We do it for free. So, give us a little thumbs up and little send somebody, share somebody our video so they can also subscribe to our channel. All right, guys. Do that. Anyway, guys, I have a couple of topics that I would like to share with all of you out there. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have noticed that. Thank you so much, Flip. Thank you very much. Wow, Flip, 3 years you've been here. You've been 3 years an organic watch channel subscriber. I'm still in shock. I must have said something correct that you liked. Anyway, guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of your favorite Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market channels have stopped, making their, watch market update, or as they call it, new arrivals that they have had come into their shops. Like an example, we haven't heard no more from Chia Pet, making up a new arrival or a watch market update, a subliminal message that they give to you guys. I haven't heard it no more. But Sweet Kid Kino was telling me that basically is because, when they have a watch market update, I do the same watch market update that they do, but I do it for much, much more less, less. And so I think they've been watching our channel closely, and they probably has said, we got to stop doing this. But maybe, with me saying this to them, they might let their ego bother them, and they'll do another watch market update on those watches that they have arrived. It's just unbelievable, but it's true, ladies and gentlemen. We are. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this. What I'm gonna say now. I turned 63 years old next month, but I don't know if you guys know what I'm gonna say now, and you know about it. Do you guys know that, listen, the word listen? I don't know if you guys know that the word listen is a skill. It's a skill that most of you don't have. It's unbelievable, but true. Today I feel like talking philosophy. I want to be a philosophist today. The word listen, I know you went to, school and public school and you learn a bunch of things that you were never going to need in life. But they didn't show you the word listen. And listen is a skill that most of you out there don't have that skill. You don't have it. You might say you do, but you don't have it. Let me just come clean. I was one of those people that didn't have that skill of listen, And I was taught that way, that, you had to listen and you would, go far, But I'm going to be honest, because you're here in the channel that we talk the most honest. True. This is chapter 14. Because I know that, most of you don't understand that. And I know most of you out there, if God gave you the health, you have family, you have children. And we all have children. I have two myself. And I had a hard time with them. They didn't never want to listen to me, Thank you very much, Pete, for that super chat. Thank you very, very, very much, Pete, for that super chat. And my children didn't want to listen until they got a little older, and I was able to explain to them that listening is a skill that they never learned in school. They never learned it, They never. Exactly. Like that movie, They Live, obey, 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 So I was taught to listen, and I have that skill. And I want to input that skill in you guys. Because some of you are skip hopping around through life like bunny rabbits, and you're not listening. Anyway, going back, so you already know the word of the day in chapter 14, how to become a Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealer, is listen. Listen. I will listen a lot to my dad, man. He was brillante. He was, wow, man, he was unbelievable. When this mother frogger would sit down with me and he would talk to me, I would go, man, this guy's talking to an 11-year-old. I'm in shock, you know? You know, when you're 11 years old and your father's talking to you these mammoth words, you know, words that, you know, you only find in a dictionary. My father would talk to me like that. I would just stay looking at him in total shock, you know? But I would listen to him, and that's what happened to me. I listened. Anyway, guys, I don't want to get you tired with the word listen, but you got to put that in your arsenal, okay? Put it in your arsenal. So I was telling you about these channels, these Muppet Boiler Room channels, like, you know, Boxing Black Eyes. He's not making no more content. You know, exactly, Flip. It is. You know, with all due respect, Flip, it is a skill. But you're never taught that. You're never told by anybody that that's a skill. But I'm telling you because I'm stupid like that. Since I'm so stupid, I get to tell you that it's a skill. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to go now. I'm going to continue going. I'm telling you, like 85% of man, not woman, man, don't know how to listen. They don't have that skill. Don't know how to listen. And that's why, for not listening, they always get pinch. You know, pinch. Pinch somehow. You know, you put it there. You put whatever it is, pinch. You know, pinch. They got SAF in a cell. They got, you know what I'm trying to say. But it's a skill, guys. You know, I say 85% of the men don't have that skill. And that's why los gran varones, the gran varones, the men out there, the real man, the real man from out there, you know, they can see far away, they listen. My father would tell me, gentlemen, he would tell me, Juan Felipe, before you talk, inside your mouth, you spin your tongue like 4 times before you talk. You understand me? Le das 3 vueltas a la lengua antes de hablar. Repito, le das 3 vueltas a la lengua antes de hablar. Primero escucha, después hablas, then you talk. All right, guys, enough of that. I'm getting too deep into this listen, you know, and I want to go back to the watch market. So you have that gentleman, you know, the boxing guy, he's not making no more content. And then you have the other gentleman over there, you know, from the West Coast, you know, from Beverly Hills, you know, one brother is tall, one brother is short, one brother is smart, one brother's a little bit, you know what I'm trying to say. And then, you know, they also were doing arrivals and watch market update. And I will listen to their watch market update as well. You know, we're talking about, you know, feet happy feet happy. You know what I'm saying? The one that hangs out with the guy with the toupee wig man, you know, with the, you know, the broken ripped jeans and, you know, flower shirts, yellow shoes, purple pants, you know, that guy, you know, he's worth like around, I don't know, $400 million, and he's been, you know, flim-flamming all of you out there for too long with his sketch, you know, that he is this, he is that, but he's, you know, pushing watches all day for those, you know, those 2 guys out of the Roxbury, A Night at the Roxbury, you know, they were taught real well by their father, you know. Have you ever seen the movie The Roxbury, A Night at the Roxbury? You know, the father had a flower shop in Beverly Hills. And this man taught those 2 young men everything he knew. I mean, you got to go watch that. You got to go watch that movie, you know. But I'm going to talk to you about feet happy for a moment. These people are so dirty scoundrels that they take a bag, a duffel bag, and they make content. They put in there all their watches that they have in their safe. This is the content they do on you guys, on you lambones and palomos. He puts there all the watches, and he says, this is what I brought from the show, and we purchased all these watches, unbelievable. Those blue bags, when you put there all that, when you see a blue bag out there, it's full of, whether it's, what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say. It can be real good stuff and it can be illegal stuff, but when it comes in that blue bag, something big is there. So he takes the safe and he takes out all the watches and he puts it in the blue bag, and then he films content. He says, today we bought $1.7 million in watches, and he starts throwing watches around, and you guys get excited como unos palomos y unos lambones, and you believe everything that they're telling you, These people are unbelievable. These people son una gonorrea. Son una gonorrea. En verdad, these people are an infection. These people are an infection in the corner of your nail. You ever got an infection, with a little bit of pus? This is what these guys are. And they get you. They've been too long doing this to you. They get you all day. But they know that that you guys have a hero out there. And his name is that hero that you guys have. His name is no other than Sweet Kid Kino to me, Joaquin to you. Kino's very serious because, today we have some heavy information to give you, and we got to tell you the truth. All that is stage, Papi. You don't want to hear that, but it's all stage. You guys go bananas. You guys go crazy. The blue bag is full of watches. The blue bag is full of, things that are not correct. When you see that blue bag, it's plastic, strong, looms. Looms? You know who Looms is? If you don't know who Looms is, you Google it, because I'm not going to tell you. And neither is Sweet Kid Kino. We cannot continue baiting you guys. We show you words that are a skill. And today, for the first time in your life, you learn that listen is a skill. For the first time, you learn today that listen is a skill. You don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to feel ashamed. This is how we talk. She says, Juan, escuchar es un privilegio. Listen is a privilege. It's a skill. And you guys don't want to listen. I got to keep on telling you people the same thing over and over. You guys don't want to listen. You guys want to continue skip hopping around to life. Paco Gambino told me once, he said to me, esculta, Juan. Paco Gambino told me one time, esculta, Juan. You know what esculta means? He told me, listen, Juan. Paco Gambino told me, listen, Juan. But he told me in Italian, esculta, Juan. And I replied back to him, si, Paco. And Paco replied back to me. He said to me, Juan, it's easier to fool people than to convince that they have been fooled. You understand that? That's what Paco Gambino told me. Hoy estoy hecho un filósofo. Today I'm a philosophist today, bro. Today I'm swinging for the fences. It's that today in the golf range, I hit the fences. And I feel powerful. I hit today the fences. 300 power shot with a driver. Smack that ball. Oh! So ladies and gentlemen, Paco Gambino told me these words, and he said it like this, esculta, Juan. And I said, si, Paco. And Paco replied back to me, Juan, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. And that's who you guys are. They know that, Papi. These guys are trained. They're trained underground. They're trained underground. And Kino would always tell me, Kino would always tell me, he says, I'm dying because I have told these philosophies. I gotta be honest. Some jungle juice. Unbelievable. When Paco would tell me all these knowledge, he would tell me, I would always in my mind, I hope one day I have somebody that can listen the same way I listen to Paco. So I would tell the person that I chose to drop all this knowledge of life is to no other than Joaquin, to you, Kino, to me. And Kino would tell me when we did the channel, man, I can't wait till you drop all those philosophies on these people. They won't know what hit them, because I told Kino all the things, all the mistakes that he does, and I give it to him, in a philosophy way, and he just says like this. So he always told me, when you do the channel, I want you to use the same philosophies that you throw at me. And so I'm throwing. He's over there like this. So anyway, so you know already that these people, what they do is stage content, Stage content, they get a duffel bag, they throw it there, a bunch of watches, they get it from the safe, and you guys, se vuelven unas locas barata, unas locas barata. But that's fine. I want to just say something, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is talking about when we did this channel. In 2021, we started seeing a lot of things that were wrong in the watch business, and it wasn't fair to Kino, to me, and to my buddies, and to all of you out there. And then we chose to do a channel, and we started doing a little bit of content. We started getting better and better. We were not the best in the world, and we're still not the best in the world, but I think we've come a long way from, 4 years ago to now. So I started dropping content, and Kino was helping me out, and, say this, do that, whatever. And always watching, what I was saying. My father always told me, never drop names, for any leverage in life. Never. You never drop names for leverage in life. If the people you're talking to are smart enough, you can tell them a subliminal message. You can tell them a cartoon character. You can tell them a figure. And if they're smart enough, they're going to know what you're talking about. But never in life drop nobody's name. That was my father. It was so unbelievable, this man. I would have loved you guys to meet my father. He was a son of a gun, man. This guy was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I get emotional when I talk about my father, I really do. I get emotional. And he would tell me that, never. When you want to do something, you just, you use a philosophy. You use a subliminal message, that kind of stuff. And I never did that in my life. We never did it, and we never, in this channel, I never got any kind of attention. I never got, I got scolded or whatever it is. I never did. And I gotta tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I use names out there like Prune Face, Butthole Eyes, Hungry Hippo. And you guys know who these people are, and names that I have put on all these people: Jackie Chan, Lucky Charms, all these names, right? And we did a lot of we lost Sad. Okay, we did a lot of videos, and ladies and gentlemen, when I did all those videos, I was attacking these people prices that they were giving to you guys. They were all lies. They were all lies, these prices. I knew what the prices were, and they were lies. And this is how we began our channel, by educating, struggling tomato cans out there. They were struggling. They were, because you have the real how can I say, the person that just has easy money and doesn't care. But then you had the people they made money, but it was hard for them to earn that money and to lose it the way they were losing it, by all these mashiganas. But we started making all these videos like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, those videos, I don't know if you know this, but we have a campaign, but they're back at it again. They're back out. They're back out again. Because we've been pounding these people, and thanks to Joaquin, to all the strategy that he uses and he does is unbelievable. These people have lowered their prices, and when I say they have lowered their prices, I mean they have lowered their prices, because you can't, you could fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time, And they did it at the wrong time. They did it in the summer, We know the summer is dead. Summer is dead. It's completely dead, ladies and gentlemen. It's dead. And they have now lowered, and I'm talking about a watch. They were asking, listen to this. They were asking not too long ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, they were asking for a Patek Philippe Nautilus white gold 5740 with a blue dial. These people had the guts to say that watch was going for $220,000. $220,000. It ain't that price. And I always said it wasn't that price. So what I'm trying to say is, this campaign that we have now, I'm bringing back all these videos when we first started. They got to go back again, because those were the videos that brought all these Muppet Boiler Room secondary gray watch market dealers to their knees. That's right. It brought them to their knees. And we're back at it again. We're back. And I tried telling many people out there, going back again to what I was saying, if you don't have to drop nobody's name for any kind of leverage, don't do it. You have a lot of people that have dropped names, have said things they shouldn't, and they have gotten, and that's it. If you don't know what that means, I leave it up to you guys. I'm still here, going on 4 years. 4 years. I mock them, I laugh about them, but I don't drop their names. And that's one thing they can respect about me. Oh, this guy, he says this. He has a name for Uncle Johnny. He calls Uncle Johnny Eddie Monster. He calls Uncle Johnny Eddie Monster. He doesn't use my name. So I'm a little bit bitter, a little bit annoyed that he's making fun of me, of my glasses without any lenses. Even he's smart enough to tell you that you must wear your glasses. And then he tells you, and I don't even have glasses on. You understand? I'm trying to give you some, para que ustedes puedan entender, because this is getting ugly, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting ugly. And if I don't bring back those videos, they'll continue getting you. I won't let them up. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. What I have done for you guys is the biggest gift anybody can give you guys. The biggest gift. Remember Crazy Eddie in the Bronx? You remember Crazy Eddie? Crazy Eddie from the Bronx. What was he? You know what Crazy Eddie was? He was a flim-flammer. A flim-flammer. Not the guy that made the videos. Not the guy that made the videos. Crazy Eddie. The stores, the Fordham Road. I'm telling you, you must listen. You must listen. If you have the patience to listen, you have a skill. Listen. Exactly. You know who it is, Nelson. You know who it is. Crazy Eddie, you know, they were all over the city, all the boroughs. Boroughs, you know, the Bronx, Queens, you know what I'm saying? Long Island, this, that, you know, unbelievable. You know, and some of you don't want to understand that. But these guys, all those Muppet Boiler Room, secondary, gray watch market dealers or channels, you know, whatever you want to call them, they have this knowledge. That's one thing. That's one thing that these people have educated their children, you know, like the Ten Commandments, you know, the genie, Sinbad, you understand me? The subway train jumper, you understand me? You know, termite thief. This is all from 47th Street. They've been taught how to listen. When you listen, you go real far. You know, and some people don't want to listen. I've been trying to tell you guys, you need to listen. I have given you the best. I have been giving you guys the best and the biggest gift you guys can get. I mean, ask Flip. He'll tell you about it. Ask Flip. He'll tell you that this is the biggest gift he's gotten for free. So there it is. I want you to, you know, have all these things in hand, and, you know, and put them to practice. All right, guys? Put it to practice. I told you, these guys ain't making no more content. They ain't got no more content, Bobby. You know, they can't even fake it no more. I'm going to bruise their ego now because they're watching me. I'm going to bruise their ego, and they're going to go, man, I'm going to make a video now. That's what I want. I want to play with their ego. You know, I want to knock down the rock. Remember when you were a kid, if you knock down the rock for me, we're going to fight. You know, and you hit the rock and then you had it out. Well, this is what I'm doing to them. This is what I'm doing to them, you know. Remember, Niccolo Machiavelli. Niccolo Machiavelli. I told you about Niccolo Machiavelli. Told you about that. Well, a big shout out to Mr. Ed Blair, you know. Niccolo Machiavelli. That's all I got to tell you. You know? Understand? Listen, I'm going to go into a watch market update because you guys are here for that. All right? I'm going to go for a watch market update. Don't get scared with the prices that you're going to hear today. This is probably the most powerful watch market update I have given you in the last, you know, in this year of 2020. The biggest watch market update. So get your pencils, get your paper ready so you guys could, you know, go out there and use these numbers, right? Our first watch is an AP Royal Oak Offshore. You know, offshore. I have this watch. They call it the Safari. 26170 chrono, 42 millimeter with a leather strap. Retail price is $28,000. $28,000. I have this watch. Very, very nice watch. But don't pay for that watch, and I mean don't pay for that watch. Unbelievable. $28,000 is the price of that watch. Don't pay for that watch. Doc, you're giving your money away. If you want to give it away to the, you know, animal shelters, UNICEF, you know, homeless. Pete, you're giving your money away too, Pete. Wow, $20,000. Unbelievable. Wow, $20,000, huh? I mean, you guys got to continue coming here. You guys got to continue coming here. Don't pay for that Safari Royal Oak Chrono. 26170. $28,000 retail price. Don't pay more than $13,900. You do whatever you want. It's your money, and you can choose to keep on giving it away. You're pretty close, Mr. Donut. You heard my price. I said $13,900. You're good. And dropping, Mr. Blair. Mr. Blair, I'm telling them still, I'm promoting Niccolo Machiavelli. Niccolo, you know? I'm telling you. Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, is an AP Royal Oak stainless steel black dial chrono 41 millimeter. Reference number, it's an older reference. 26320. 26320. 2014, 2015. Retail price of that watch is $26,800. Do yourself a favor and don't pay more. Go ahead. Don't pay more than what? Go ahead. Tell me. Don't pay more than what? Let's see where you guys are at. Reference number 26320. Okay. Okay. Wow, man. I'm just going to say wow to Doc. Wow. Anyone more? Okay. Ziga 21. One more. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. He just won it completely. His name is Doc Mick in Florida. He said $29,500. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch more than $30,500. And done. Here it is. That's for you, Doc Mick. That's for you. Ladies and gentlemen, since they've been pounding you in the head with this watch model and this watch brand, is called the Audemars Piguet Cold 1159. This one is rose gold. This one is for, it's a 38 millimeter. You can rock it. Maybe, you're very welcome, Doc. You're very welcome. Wow, you're on fire. Let's see if you can get this one, Doc. Rose gold, 38 millimeter, blue dial, blue strap. Rose gold, beautiful, beautiful. Cold 1159. Reference number, just in case you want it, is the 77410OR. Beautiful watch. Retail price is $35,900. $35,900. They've been pounding you in the head with this watch. Go ahead. Anybody know the price? That I believe you should pay. I believe. And Sweet Kid Kino, Joaquin to you. We believe that you should pay. Nobody knows? Here it goes. Since nobody knows that one. 21K. Okay. Well, you know what? Wow. Don't. It's Pete. It's Pete. You can stop right there, Pete. You can stop right there, Pete. Can you, Pete? Ladies and gentlemen, after the show, I'm gonna show you my all my notes that Kino prepares for me, and I'm gonna show you the price that I have and the price that Pete Watch Collector said. I don't know. Don't pay for that watch more than $23,000 and dumping for you. Dumping, Pete. Dumping. I don't know where that Pete came from. I don't know, Ed. I don't know, Mr. Blair. Pete just said there, boom, 23. And that's what I have. On Scout's honor, when the show is over, I'm going to take off my papers and show it to you. I go right there, look at it, 23. Because when you hit it in the head, you have to show them. In the head. Not one number missed. Not one number missed. Unbelievable, that Pete. Unbelievable. Yes, 2025. 2025. They can ask whatever they want. A la orden, Pete. A la orden, Papa. Unbelievable. I get excited when I hear that. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is an AP Royal Oak stainless steel perpetual calendar. Listen to the word, perpetual calendar. Unbelievable. 41 millimeter. Blue dial. Unbelievable. Moon face. Reference number 26674. Ladies and gentlemen, the retail price of this watch is $114,800. I'm tired of telling you, Corona beer era numbers. I'm tired. But I'm just going to say this watch, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be silly. This watch was all the way up. all the way up. I mean, all the way up, like the song, like the song, all the way up, all the way up. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. Does anybody know what I'm going to say not to pay for that watch? And I'm telling you, this watch was, I'm telling you, this is what I'm trying to say, that you have Vacheron Constantin overseas. Okay, Pete has $102,000. I'm going to just tell everybody, it's more than that, right? It's more than that. You have the Vacheron Constantin has the same watch too, perpetual calendar, all that good stuff, moon face, all that yally stuff. But man, Vacheron cannot hang in there with their prices. Cannot hang in there at all. And this watch is basically the same thing as that Vacheron overseas, perpetual calendar. But it's holding, it has some meat left in the bone. Wow, Zig is throwing hard. Zig is throwing. He's there. A little lower than that, but you're doing good, Ziga. You're doing good. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because I am stupid like that, and I have to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. I got to tell the truth, on prices. This is why I'm still here. This is why I'm still here, because I say the truth. Even these people that dislike my show, the Muppet Boiler Room, secondary great watch market channels and dealers, they don't like it, but they know, man, this guy is right there. This guy is right there. Maybe he might miss it 3, 4, 5 G's, but he's right there. He's right there. Self-proclaimed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do yourself a favor and don't pay for that watch. 26674 ST, $114,800. Don't pay more than $156,000 and done. Dead. That's what I got to tell you. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want with your money. You do whatever you want. You are watching the #1 watch market update live in the world. Live. In the world. Station to station. Satellite to satellite. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is an AP Royal Oak stainless steel 41 millimeter blue dial, the 15400. You know what makes this watch different from the 15500? You know what it makes a difference? Okay, it's the 15400 has the word automatic, above the 6 o'clock, And the 15500, they took it out. Afuera. Blue dial, 41 millimeter, It just tells the time. That's all. 15400. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, it's automatic, and the retail price of that watch is $19,700. It's discontinued today. It's a collector's grave. Well, not really, because it has still some meat left in the bone. Has meat left in the bone. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell all of you, do you guys know how much I'm going to say? How much I'm going to say not to pay for that watch? This is a good watch. This is like a driving exam watch. When you're driving the exam, Okay, 25 Ziga. Okay. Thank you, Damon, for that super chat. Thank you very, very, very much. Pete 27. Thank you very much again, Damon. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, that's good. You guys said 27, blah, 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 blah. But I got to be honest in this channel. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that 15400 stainless steel with a blue dial. Don't pay more. And I mean, don't pay more than $32,000 and dropping. Wow. Wow, Ziga's on fire, man. You're right there. Okay, Ziga. Good job, Papa. Good job. Good job to you. Oh, Doc, I'm sorry. Even Doc was there. Well, did Doc listen to what I said before? How was this? Is Doc cheating? Money playing guys. Our next watch is an AP Royal Oak, extra thin. I want you to listen to this watch, because if I tell you the price this watch was in 2000, this watch was released in 2017. But this is a monster watch. This is a watch that you sit in your Rolls Royce Corniche. You know Corniche. We're gonna go old school. Corniche. You sit down there. You know, convertible one. Convertible. You sit down there, and they offer you this watch, and you're just pressing the button on your Motorola phone. You know, wire. Unbelievable watch. Listen to this watch. This is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak extra thin. You know, extra thin tourbillon with a smoky blue dial. Reference number 26510 IP. The letters IP. 26510 IP. You know, light titanium with some platinum on this watch. 50 pieces made around the world. 50 pieces made around the world. 50 pieces, ladies and gentlemen. This is something rare. This is something strange. This is something unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I mean, you guys are not going to believe this. Unbelievable watch. 50 pieces. Unbelievable. 41 millimeter. Limited to 50 pieces. Released in 2017. I don't want to scare you guys, but this was numbers that, you know, I say 600,000, 700. I'm going to keep it away. I'm not going to say numbers because, you know, this was, I'm telling you, 50 pieces. You have to be, you have, they will take you in the yacht, the octopus, that guy, you know, the guy with the computer guy with the glasses, you know, that guy that he's always trying to use, you know, he wants to always, you know, vaccinate people. I don't know, you know, and he's always playing with seeds, you know, seeds of death. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know about that kind of stuff. I'm telling you because you don't listen. Since you don't listen, you don't know who that is. My father would tell me, you describe it to them, and if they're smart enough, they get it. And if they don't, se jodieron. Porque son unos lambones y unos palomos. That's all. You know, you gotta listen. You know, that guy, you know, the guy, a computer guy with the funny glasses, you know, Jungle Juice. So anyway, I'm just gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because this is, I'm saying this watch because somebody requested it, because they're looking at it. So I'm gonna tell them, I'll tell you in the live watch market update, I'll tell you the price. And here it is, sir, if you're there. All for free for you, all for free. Then you go over there and you hand them over your children's tuition money and your wife's 401k, you know? And stop taking out, you know, credit lines on your houses to buy watches. You gotta stop, you know, taking credit lines out of your houses to buy watches. I'm serious. Stop that already, you know? If you have $100,000, you know, in your house, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Your money is safe there. Estoy loco, Kino, estoy loco. Estoy hablando mucha locura. Estoy hablando mucha locura, Kino. Dame más tea. Give me some more tea. Exactly. I'm telling you. You gotta, don't touch your house. Don't pay for that AP. Tourbillon. Titanium with platinum. Limited to 50 pieces. Don't pay more than $191. Sir, don't pay more than $191,000. Saludos. Saludos, Hugo. Saludos. Don't pay more than $191,000. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been hoodwinked and fleeced and flim-flam by this watch, the Patek Philippe Cubitus. You know, platinum with a blue dial, blue strap. Unbelievable. 45 millimeter. Unbelievable platinum, you know, a Cubitus. 5822. Retail price $92,707. Gracias, Hugo. Thank you for that super chat, Hugo. Thank you very, very much, Hugo. Thank you very much. To all of you, thank you very much. This watch is an unbelievable watch, but at the moment that it was released, people were saying that this watch was a dog. Not a dog with fleece, just a dog. You know, it wasn't the stainless steel one, and it wasn't the two-tone one. It was just platinum with a, you know, blue jean strap and a blue dial. And ladies and gentlemen, some people have it out there, senor. If you guys want to know the truth, they have it for $150,000 out there. $150,000. Mr. Blair is saying 115. You see, Mr. Blair is a smart man. He knows already that that watch doesn't cost $150,000. He knows it. He's a smart man. He knows it. And I'm going to tell you $150,000. Senor, I'm going to be honest with you. If you want to continue maintaining these flim-flammers lifestyle, that's up to you. But in this channel, we talk the truth. Because we have rules in this channel. Rules. Not suggestions. Rules. That we go, you know, that our army, all of us here, we respect. You know what happened to that little kid over there in the Bronx, in the elementary school. He went to school, you know, with a nice polo shirt, a nice pair of pants, matching pair of shoes, but he made a hiccup. He had one socks that was red and one was white. And in that school, they had rules. So he was sent home. We have rules here. Rules. You know what I'm trying to say, Damon. You know what I'm trying to say, D. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say, Ed. We have rules in this channel. We have rules. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that 5822 platinum. You know, just a case. Platinum case. Don't pay more. Does anybody know what I'm going to say? Mr. Blair said 115. Give me one more number. One more number. I got to cut my hair. It's getting long. I don't know what's going on here. 124. Okay, here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pay for that Patek Cubitus Platinum Blue Dial, Blue Strap. Don't pay more than $128,000. And dumping, there it is. Dumping, there it is. Dumping, there it is. Wow. Seguro. Da-da. That's it. You got it there. Okay? There it is. You do whatever you want. It's your money, and you spend it as you please. But the secondary gray watch market is dead. Listen. Listen. He's dead. I'm finishing it off now. I'm finishing it off. I have single-handedly disrupted, rattled, dismantled the secondary gray watch market all by myself and Sweet Kid Kino. Unbelievable, but you, unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is an unbelievable watch. It's the Patek Philippe Nautilus Rose Gold Blue Dial. Oh, guys, I want to know where you guys are at. I want to know how much you've been listening to those Muppets out there. Those Muppets. The 5990 Rose Gold Blue Jean Dial. Travel time with a 40.5 millimeter casing. Retail price, $132,509. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that retail? That is the retail plus Uncle Sam's taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, these palomos and lambones, you know, these dungarees, exactly for whales. You know it. You know it. But ladies and gentlemen, these people, they took a little lead there, but they forgot. When they were taking a little lead, jumping up the prices, they forgot that somebody was watching them. You know, they forgot that Big Brother. You know who Big Brother is? Big Brother was watching. Sweet Kid Kino was watching. These people went all the way up, all the way up, all the way. We got Alberto here. All the way up. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. With the jungle juice. I'm all alone working, you know. Correct, Mr. Donor, correct. Obey. You're not gonna believe this. It went all the way up to 200. It was a lie. It was it was artificially being hyped up. But they forgot that we were here watching them. You guys were watching them. All the way up to $250,000. I mean, this has been in the last 60 days. $250,000. I think somebody said $220,000, and that was Alberto. $220,000. 220. You think so, Mr. Blair? Alberto, did you buy any steaks from the guy with the white t-shirt and the 5980 Paddock, the sunglasses, the white t-shirt, and you go there with the steak? Did he put a bone in your mouth? A bone? Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay. Alberto said $220,000. And I'm going to tell you because I'm stupid like that. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch. Or you said more. That's right. It's more because it's euros. It's more than that. It's more than that. Salt Bay. Exactly. That guy. Anyway, since it's more than that, I'm going to tell you. In Monaco. There it is. He went to a beef bar in Monaco. Hey, guys, did you see that? Don't pay for that watch, for that 5990 blue jean dial. Okay, 200. Wow, there you go. You're getting good now. You're getting good, Alberto. Wow. It might be it. I don't know if that's euros or not. But he said 200,000. Don't pay for that watch more than $207,000. And there it is. There it is. This is the best watch market update you're going to get. I don't think nobody, myself, I don't think I'm going to have a better watch market than this one. I don't think so. I'm being honest. I'm being real honest. Being real honest. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Patek Philippe. Listen to this closely. This is my favorite Patek Philippe, to be honest. It is. This is the Patek Philippe Nautilus. Blue dial. Annual calendar. Unbelievable, you know? 5740. 5740. An animal of a watch. You know that guy, the owner of, I think, Louis Vuitton and, Cartier, Bugatti. You know that guy. He's unbelievable. He's an old guy. He's worth billions, Billions. Not millions, billions. He owns Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton. The Louis Vuitton Nike sneakers, all that good stuff, That guy has one, he's unbelievable. And it says on the Tiffany dial. See that? You see, we have people that listen. People that know because they listen. Tiffany dial, they made like 170 of those pieces, and he got one of them. That guy, unbelievable. This is the same watch. White gold with a blue dial. And 150. Okay, 150. And it's a beautiful watch. I think it's unbelievable. And it has all the bells and whistles. It's a monster watch. You put that in your wrist, and you have a pair of shorts on and a t-shirt that says "I love life," And I'm back. They gave me the minute warning. Are you guys there? Can you guys listen to me? Just give me a thumbs up. We're talking about the 5740. 5740. Patek Philippe, white gold. Patek Philippe, white gold, 5740. Okay, guys. You know, that happens to me. You know, it happens. I drop too much knowledge. Don't pay. Don't pay for that Patek Philippe, white gold. Annual calendar, 40 millimeter. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this, but I got to tell you the truth. Don't pay for that watch more than $178,000 and dumping, dumping, dead, dumping, dead, dump. I know what I'm telling you. 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 I know too much about this. I know too much about this. Kino, hold me back. Kino, I got heart palpitations. Let me get some jungle tea. Believable. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay more for that Patek Nautilus white gold blue dial 5740 annual calendar 40 millimeter. Retail price $169,220. Don't pay more than $178,000. I know what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Por tu madre. Unbelievable. Xanax. Elevo. You know, Elevo. What's the other one? What did I drink? I drink a couple of those pills, to be honest. Clonazepam. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. For the ladies, Patek Philippe Nautilus Rose Gold Champagne Dial, Diamond Bezel, 7118. 7118, unbelievable watch. For the ladies, for your side chick, your wife, your fiance, whatever you want, you know? Champagne Dial. Retail price is $72,806. You know, I know you guys probably don't care about this watch because it's for the chickies, you know? But I gotta give this watch market up because they're asking for it. They're requesting it, you know? Don't pay for that watch, and you do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch more than $96,000 and dropping. Do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I think on Monday, I gave you a watch market update on this watch. This is the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Rose Gold Blue Dial Chrono. The one I gave you on Monday was the 5520. The one I'm going to give you today is the 5500V. The one I gave you on Monday was the 5520 V as in Victor. This is the 5500V. The discontinued, you know, collector's grave. You know, the collector's grave. Not collector's grade, collector's grave. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a watch that is very, very beautiful. Has a beautiful blue dial. But I'm telling you, these watches are just dropping faster than Bill Clinton's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. But don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch more than $53,000. And you do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. This is for the Rolex people now. Rolex. Our next watch is the Rolex Yellow Gold Sky Dweller 42 millimeter. 42, reference number 336938 with a green dial. Jubilee bracelet. You know what they're calling this watch now, ladies and gentlemen? Because I got to keep on telling you these things to the ones that are listening. You know what they're calling this watch? They're calling this watch the Sky Dweller with a green dial. They're calling it the John Mayer. Can you believe that? These are the subliminal messages they give to you guys. You know, to your window lickers, tomato cans, recovering tomato cans, lollipop suckers, possum kickers, you know, cow tippers, crumb bums, sandbags. You know, this is what they give you. And I got to come and give it to you guys, give you the word, the name, you know, what they're saying to you guys. It ain't no more the John Mayer Daytona that they're calling it, you know, that. Now they're using the Sky Dweller with a green dial Jubilee bracelet. Unbelievable. Retail price is $56,200. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, I kept on telling you this watch is dropping. No matter what they keep on telling you, this watch, it's a beautiful watch. It's so beautiful, Ziga, that they're calling it also. Oh my God, listen to this guy. Who's this guy? Christopher saying 60. Okay, let me just say this. I'm gonna say this about Mr. Christopher. It's more than 60, but the number is in the 60. How's that? It's in the 60. I'm not gonna say that it's 60,000. No. What I'm saying is it's already in the 60 range already. 60. Jubilee bracelet, green dial, as they are calling it now, the John Mayer Sky Dweller. I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch, and I mean don't pay for that watch more than $66,500. Very close, Siga. I gave it to you. I'll give it to you. I give it to Siga. There it is. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. 66,500. 66,500. 66,500. Don't pay more than that. You do whatever you want. You got. I'm so happy. A ver, ¿qué lo dijo? Siga 55. Collector's Grave 63. 60 Alberto. Christopher says 60. Christopher was there. He was right. It's in the 60,000 mark number. 60. You know, Christopher, I wish I can tell you 60,000, but if I say that, I'm lying, Papa. And I don't practice lying too well. I don't practice it. But you did real good. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is a Rolex Yellow Gold Daytona green dial gold gauges. Listen and learn. This is for you guys. 40 millimeters. Sir, listen up, sir. You wanted it. I kept on telling you since this watch came out is dropping. And the ones that all of you were just bad mouthing and laughing at it and saying things about it was the Oyster Flex with the blue dial. They call it the Tiffany dial. That was the ugliest one, blah, 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 blah. This was the sleeper. Wow, 70,000, dijo Christopher. 71 Achilles, 71, vaya, a ver lo que es. 71, I get happy. 71,000 Achilles. Christopher 70, Mr. Donut 79. Wow, okay. I'm telling you, listen to this. I'm telling you, listen and learn. 72, Mr. Donut. Mr. Donut 72, wow. I gotta say it already. Reference number. It's an auction. We have an auction here. Reference number of that watch is the 126508. Retail price is $48,500. $400, excuse me. $48,400. You're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to believe this. But don't pay. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay. Don't pay more than $74,000. And dumping it is coming down. It's going to break the 60-digit number. You almost had it, Ziga. You almost had it. Our next watch, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke to you guys about this watch also on Monday. It is the Rolex Rose Gold Sky Dweller 42 millimeter with the light blue dial. Jubilee bracelet. Reference number 336935. Same watch. Released this year. Unbelievable. It is a boring watch, okay? It's a boring watch. Albert calls it a boring watch, okay? Jubilee bracelet. This is the one with the blue, light blue. The other one has the yellow gold with the crayon green. They say it's the most beautiful green, and I must agree. I think that yellow gold Sky Dweller 42 millimeter with the green is beautiful. It really is. This is the one with the light blue, almost light blue green. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Reference number 336935, retail price $56,200. $56,200. Let's see what you, okay, siga, está bien. One more, I need a couple of more. 65 Christopher. I need one more. We have a battle between Christopher and Siga. We have a battle. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes. Don't pay more. And I mean, don't pay more than $61,500. That's all for you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the last watch market update of the afternoon. The last watch market. Here it goes. This is a watch. It's a Rolex that it's a two-tone. And I always say this, and I'm going to continue saying it because it's the truth. That basically I wouldn't, I would never wear. I don't know why. I felt very funny using a two-tone watch. Can anybody explain to me why, two-tone watches? I'm not gonna say you guys. Maybe not you guys don't care about it, but a lot of people don't like, two-tone. Next in the next update, I'll give you some Lang & Son watch market. Yes, it's a root beer. But a lot of people don't like two-tone watches for whatever reason. Or you get it, precious metal completely, or you get it stainless steel. But I don't know, I think that the two-tone, maybe I'm wrong, but I've never been a fan. I've never been a fan of two-tone, to be honest. With all due respect, I'm saying that. That doesn't mean that they're not beautiful watches. They're all beautiful, but okay, here it goes. This is the two-tone rose gold root beer, 40 millimeter. Reference number 126711CHNR. It has a retail price of $150. Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you, Franco, thank you. And I'm going to tell all of you out there, no matter what, they keep on telling you. 18.5 Christopher, and I need one more and we're gone. One more. Because we're truthful here, we got to say the truth. Don't pay for that watch more than $17,000 you're dropping. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you so much for all your support in this channel. By you guys being here, you just guys give me more flame to continue on, to continue going and bringing you some truthful content, we don't have the best camera and the best microphones and the best lighting there is, but we bring you the most truthful there is. We try to bring you the truth of what's happening out there. So again, I want to thank all of you. Muchas gracias, Nelson. Muchas gracias, Hugo. A toda la gente latina, all the Latin people out there, thank you so much. Chiviramo, Alberto, Chiviramo. Italiano, whoever it is, all the Spanish people, too, American people, wherever you are, wherever you guys are from, all of you. Thank you so much for joining me in my watch market update. It makes me feel real good having you guys here. And it makes us continue bringing you watch content. You might think that not having you here doesn't mean nothing. It means a whole lot. If you guys would not be here, I won't be here, to be honest. I'll just probably make a little video, 10 minutes, and just go away, and that's it. But again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Stay cool always, stay right always, don't be dodo birds. And guys, I was probably was making it funny for you guys, but do practice listening. It's very important. Listening is a skill. All right, guys? Take care and brush your hair. Ciao.